Hey there. In this video, we are going to break down how you can avoid paying hundreds or thousands of dollars a month in reputation management software and instead use free AI tools, figure out what people like and don't like about your business, and then you can even compare that against your competitors' businesses to find what you can do to improve. So what we're gonna do is start on Google Maps, and we're gonna pick a business that has a lot of reviews that are kind of average, right? Because we want some good ones and some bad ones so that we can really get a good feel for what people like and don't like. But if you only have bad reviews, that makes it even more helpful because you're gonna get some really good insights on what you can improve. And if you only have really good reviews, maybe you only have 5-star reviews, that's also helpful because you're going to find in this review analysis what people like. And once you know exactly what they like, you can make sure that you mention that in your marketing materials so you can draw in more people that like whatever your strength is. All right, so let's look at the options. In our area, there's a place called Lula Cocina Mexicana with a 4.2 and 640 reviews, and Holy Guacamole. So what I want to do is actually compare these two businesses. I think that'll be really interesting. So we're going to click over here to Lula, and we're going to scroll down to their reviews and say more Google reviews, and we're going to change to newest, and we're going to now start with the first one that has a comment, and then just scroll down and keep scrolling down until you have a good sample. And ChatGPT can't analyze that many reviews at once, so you're not going to want to include all 640 in this case, but a good sample size should be enough to get you started. So I'm going to stop here, and you can play around with the length that works for you, but I'm going to now copy these and head over to ChatGPT, and I'm going to tell it, and you want to make sure also that you are using advanced data analysis under GPT-4, because that's going to be the most helpful getting the best results. So I'm going to now tell it, I am going to give you recent customer reviews. Please analyze the comments only, not the other info like responses, like count, or dates, and let me know what people like and dislike the most about my restaurant. And we're just telling it what kind of business it is so that it knows what to expect, because if it thought that this was a pest control business and it's getting a lot of reviews about margaritas, it's gonna be pretty confused. We're gonna say, here are the reviews, and then just paste them. So if we now scroll down, we can see that ChatGPT quickly analyzed all of these reviews, and this is what it is telling us. What people like, the happy hour. Many customers mention enjoying the happy hour, so you know maybe you should market your happy hour a little more. The service seems to be appreciated with mentions of friendly staff and attentive servers, so they're doing great there. They're mentioning that people like the food, the margaritas, the ambiance, and the pricing, specifically saying that it's reasonable for the amount of food that you get. So it's really useful information that you wouldn't be able to get by just looking at what did they have, by looking at their 4.2 on Google. Next, what people dislike is they think that it was not authentic Mexican food and was too salty. People said that the music they play was not great. Here we're hearing that the service wasn't so great, so maybe they have some good staff and some bad staff. People are saying that the pricing and portions were wrong. So now that we're getting some conflicting information, I want to go ahead and see what are the dishes that people thought the portions were good for and what do they think they were not. So what I'm going to do here is say, can you tell me which dishes people thought had good proportions and which they did not like? Okay, so here you have it. In just a couple seconds, we've reviewed tons of reviews, and we now know that people think that the chicken fajitas, the shrimp burrito, and some of these other items were great proportions. And here we can see that people thought the tortilla soup was not great and that the chips and guac were also not great. So without having to read every single review, we can quickly see what people liked and didn't like. So now what we're gonna do is compare this to their neighboring competitor called Holy Guacamole. So I'm gonna click on their profile now. And again, I'm gonna change the newest review so we can get recent information. And I'm going to copy the most recent reviews. And I'm going to say, can you please repeat the first task that I asked you to do for a different Mexican restaurant called Holy Guacamole? Here are their reviews. All right, so here we're getting a list of all the items that people said were great in their reviews. Mostly the breakfast burrito, the steak burrito, their burritos generally, tacos got the best reviews, but then people left bad reviews mentioning the fish tacos, the carnitas burrito, and then some issues with overcooking on one occasion. So it's saying also that based on the reviews, it thinks Holy Guacamole is really best for breakfast burritos, which is really interesting. Can you please compare the reviews between both restaurants, Lula's and Holy Guacamole, and tell us why someone might prefer one over the other? This area is golden, what they gave for the conclusion. Basically, they're telling us that if someone values a lively atmosphere with live music and just good overall Mexican dishes and pretty good portions, then Lula's is the right option for them. Whereas if they just want a quick bite near the beach and are okay with spending a little extra money compared to the value, then Holy Guacamole is right. And I've personally been to both of these restaurants and these are spot on. So if if you want to figure out what people like or dislike about your business and why some people might prefer your competitor over you, then be sure to follow the same steps that I did. And if you want more information on how you can better market your business and get more customers from Google Maps, then be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you never miss our tips. Thank you.